All right, Ant, it is time for some No Fence Riders, and I'm out here today, so you're going to lead us through the No Fence Riders. We got 7 questions on tap, and let's get into them.
Yeah, guys, our first fence rider today is, will the Browns score 20-plus points for the first time this season against Green Bay? And I think, Mike, this is our first unanimous answer of the season because everybody is on the no side today.
Yeah, this is tough. 20's a low bar, G. As Zach mentioned, they are 3-17 in their last 20 games. They've scored more than 17 4 times in that stretch. They haven't scored more than 17 in 7 consecutive games. For an offensive genius at head coach like Kevin Stefanski, that is a tough statistic to swallow. And going up against one of the better defenses in football, I just don't see them breaking that streak this week.
Yeah, they're not getting no. Listen, that's why you keys to the game. You say come out, break tendencies, let it all hang out. Because right now, 20 ain't even that crazy. 20 points ain't like
20 points should be nothing.
That's light.
20 points should be a bad offensive performance.
I feel like 24 points is like what you should be averaging.
Yeah, where you in the game and you feel like you can be competitive to have a chance to win.
We keep talking about how
24.
bad the Chiefs' offense has been, right? Mahomes, it looks off. The last 20 games are averaging 21 points per game. So like as bad as certain things are, it's all about perception.
Yeah.
21 points for the Browns right now. We would celebrate.
We'd be jumping up
3
and down for
touchdowns.
joy.
It was the Denver game. Was the last time.
Let that sink in. What are they? 3-17?
Last 20 games.
That's like 14 games under 500, man.
If Zach's right, and I'm assuming Zach is because he's always right on this kind of stuff, they scored 4 games over 17 points in that stretch. That's what Zach just told us.
You can't. You just can't win. And I just every year I keep saying it, man. These other teams that you coming out here playing, it's not just the fact that you can't score points. It's the fact that you're putting your defense in a bad position because they playing guys that got 3 good receivers, a running back can run the ball, pass the ball, and they got to play lights out to even stay in the football game.
Yeah. Right.
The Browns defense is so good, been so good, but we even harp on things like turnovers. We're like, hey, you got to get some turnovers. You're like, but. They held Derrick Henry to 20 yards. The Ravens couldn't put the ball in the end zone. They got the ball how many times in the red zone, and they kept making them kick field goals. The Ravens fans was getting restless, but we counting on them to be supermen to even stay in these football games, which is tough.
All right, let's get to the next one. That was the only unanimous one, by the way, so at least from here on out we'll have some debate.
All right, guys, so number 2 is who will have more sacks on Sundays. We have almost an even split with Earl, Tyvis, Dustin, Mike, and G going with Garrett, and Jason, Bull, Jay going with Micah Parsons.
So the 3 of us all went with Myles. Dustin, why don't you tell us why you went with Myles over Micah in this situation?
It's kind of funny because I said Myles, and then our conversation about the offensive line and Flacco's mobility almost makes me want to take Parsons in this situation. I also did watch a great breakdown by Brian Baldinger of NFL Network this morning.
On Myles?
Seen that.
On Myles,
it was awesome.
where he compares him to a modern-day Bruce Smith, which is such high praise for the Hall of Famer. Obviously Myles will be a Hall of Famer too one day, but just watching some of those clips, the swipes, the moves, it's so not natural to have that ability to dip and rip and get around and bend.
The bend is the stuff.
The size and the speed and the quickness, it's just unbelievable how gifted he is. And then on top of that, he's a hard worker and puts in all the time to do it. It's like I'm just going with the guy that's I think the best pass rusher in football, and that's Myles Garrett. So that is why I said it. It has nothing to do with the Packers or I'm not denigrating Micah Parsons. It's like just Myles is just a top-notch guy right now.
It's like, man, you'd be like Kobe or LeBron. Bron's my guy. I know Kobe's all-time great, but I gotta go with the dude that I done seen do it. And to be honest with you,
which pair of Travis Scotts you want to wear? It's like they're all good.
They're all good. The colors are all dope. All of them are dope. All of them. The low tops, mid tops, whatever he puts out, they fire.
I'm good players.
Myles Garrett has the rarest set of skills that I've ever seen for a defensive end because of his flexibility, like his hip flexibility, his joint flexibility, just to be able to be that low and be 280 pounds.
And, bro, he doesn't get hurt.
And just durable.
Yeah.
He flipped his car, still played like a week later. Like
Superman.
It's crazy. And so I'm going to pick him. And plus, this is the biggest reason. Because these type things, when your team is bad, these are your Super Bowls, right? Yeah. I'm playing another pass rusher. It's at home. I need to show him. I need to show little bro that you nice. Yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm him. You know what I'm saying? And so he'll get up for games like this.
To me, Micah has the better matchup.
Yeah.
What I said earlier in the show, I will say it again, and I am not being facetious at all. We could be in an ultimate Denver sports show. I'd say the same thing. The best player in the NFL through 2 weeks this season has been Myles Garrett. I do not think it's an argument. Offensively, defensively, he has been the single best player in football. And in week 3, if you're asking me who's going to get more sacks, Myles or anybody, I'm going to take the guy who I think is playing better than anyone else in the National Football League. So I understand the matchup. I like the left tackle and the right tackle for Green Bay better than DeJuan and Cornelius Lucas at the moment, but I'm not picking against Myles.
How many sacks for season he got?
He got 3.5. It's tied for the league lead through 2 games.
And they could have gave him a couple. He be in a lot.
He's forced some more too.
And he's had some tackles for loss on run plays.
Yeah. He's been incredible.
He's
been incredible.
Lights out.
All right, Ant, question number 3. What do we got?
Question 3, will the Browns have an offensive play of 35-plus yards versus the Packers? We have a dead even split here with Dustin, Mike, Jay, and G saying yes, and Earl, Tyvis, Jason, and Bull saying no.
I hate that this is the second question in a row where we've had almost an even split.
Yeah.
But we're all on the same side of this. Their longest play from scrimmage this season was that Judkins 31-yard rush in garbage time last week. So, G, why are you confident that even against this Packers defense that has been really good this season, they'll set a new season long for their longest play from scrimmage?
Because 35 yards ain't that crazy.
Yeah, it's not that crazy.
It's like, I mean, in the league, what do they call an explosive play?
Anything over 20.
It depends on run versus pass.
Yeah.
Explosive, but I mean, I think it's a explosive run is like over 15 or 20 yards, and then pass is like over 25.
It's 15 for run, 20 for pass.
Okay.
So, I mean, 35 yards, I mean, you can get a 35-yard gain and still have to punt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or still have to kick a field goal. So, I mean, in the NFL, that shouldn't be a thing. But I think the reason I'm encouraged by it is because you do have Judkins. And there's 2 reasons. One is...
You think it's going to be a run?
Well, no, I think because he's going to have the...
He's going to force Green Bay to actually respect him.
He's a respectable guy back there.
Yeah,
so if he gets a couple 10-yard runs and he's running over corners and DBs, it's like, okay, we might have to pay attention. Then that may give Jerry Jeudy the extra step he needs. Because I think for Jeudy, he's not a blazer. He's like more of a route runner. Like if you say that's what's his best trait is running routes. But he doesn't have that top end speed where I'm just you let me know, Dustin. You play corner.
Yeah.
I mean, is he like? You're not worried about Jerry Jeudy running past you, is you? Not saying he's slow.
Depends who you are. I mean, if you have good speed, I wouldn't in my prime I wouldn't be worried about him running past me.
Kind of like Tyreek Hill in his prime is like back up. Like whoever
I'd be in bail technically.
Yeah, like we gonna keep Tyreek in front of us. Like that's not saying he's slow, but that's not his forte. But if he gets a couple extra steps and you run a play action now and you got to think, yeah, Jerry could get open. 35 yards shouldn't be crazy.
Well, and I think at some point we need to see some more double moves on the outside too.
Yeah.
Trying to create some separation. But those double moves only work really when you start getting play action pass to go.
Got to have some time on those. Got to have a little bit of time on that.
I went with the over 35 for the same reason I said earlier in the show. I think they're going to just have Joe stand back there, max protection, and take a couple shots because they have to get Green Bay to either come down and respect the run or back off and not play in that 10-yard box. And question number 4.
Next question, will the Browns defense hold Green Bay under 300 total yards?
They held Baltimore and Cincinnati under 300 total yards, so that is worth mentioning.
FYI.
Yes. And on the yes side, we have Earl, Tyvis, and Jason, and then all 3 of you are on the no side again, along with Jay and Bull.
See, Mike tried to give you that. When he sent the rundown, he said, by the way,
I always give you all the context.
by the way, put in this context. And we were still not fooled. We was like, no, we're not going for the play action. They're not holding them under no 3. Because think about it. Even if Jordan Love get 250, I mean, if you hold Josh Jacob in the run game to 75, that's 3-something. That's at least 325 right there. Like, that's a good game. Like, if I'm the Browns defense, but no, they got a little bit too much. And they got a sneaky deep core of receivers. I call them the no-name gangsters.
Well, one of them's hurt.
Yeah, Dobbs.
Jatavian.
Or
Reed. Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed, he's hurt.
Yeah.
They got it, but
They still got Watkins. They still got Matthew Golden, their first-round pick. They still got Dobbs. Tucker Kraft's been awesome from the tight end position.
They got a bunch of like guys that just don't have faces, but they'll throw the ball to anybody, which is I don't like that as a defense. I don't like when you be getting all these regular. I would rather load up on one guy, but when they spread it around, it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, I mean they have so many weapons on the outside. Who's their best weapon, you think, by the way?
I mean, Jacobs. I mean, Tucker Kraft's been their best weapon this year, the tight end.
Do they still got the old boy that's the speedster from is he from North Dakota State?
Yeah, Christian Watkins.
They got all receivers of all different shapes and sizes. They just keep like they got all of them. Like all of them run routes, and I think Jordan Love. I picked him, during the off season. I said he's gonna have a sneaky good year this year. I think this is year he actually breaks out where people are like, oh, he's one of those guys.
I'm going to play devil's advocate just because we've agreed 3 in a row now.
Are there any change? Are there any we disagree on?
So far,
coming
no.
Up?
So far,
do you know the list or no?
I sent Ant the list. I don't remember
You don't
exactly.
Okay.
But I'm going to play devil's advocate for the sake of this.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Chase Brown is a better quarterback and top 3 weapons than Green Bay. You know what the Browns defense did to them in this stadium at home? 7 net yards in the second half. Now, Andre Schmidt ruined the game. That should have been a dub for Cleveland. But they held Cincinnati to 7 net yards in the second half, in a half where they needed to score. Against Baltimore last week in Baltimore, they shut down Derrick Henry on the ground. Lamar had 4 touchdowns, granted. But he was set up in some significantly advantageous field positions due to the blocked punt, the interception, the fumble, the big punt return earlier in the game, which led to their first touchdown. If the Browns defense can slow down Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, 2 unquestioned top 4 quarterbacks in football. Lamar's the top 3 in any order you want. Joe Burrow's number 4. Well, they can do it to Jordan Love in this Green Bay offense.
Sure.
It's a good offense, don't get me wrong, but it is not a juggernaut by any means.
Sure.
It's solid. It could put up 300, but you know what? They held 2 better offenses to sub 300 the first 2 weeks. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened again.
And who did the Packers play the first 2 games?
The Lions and the Commanders. Which just
playoff
happened to be,
teams.
Yeah, that's
and then they smoked
Yeah.
playoff teams.
I was playing devil's advocate. Don't reboot the devil's advocate. Right? and what's question number 5?
Yeah, you said go fast forward. He gonna jettison that. Go ahead.
All right, question number 5, guys. Will the Browns have a special teams miscue of any kind versus the Packers? It's a miskick, muff punt, huge return allowed, something like that. Yes side is Earl, Dustin, Bull, J and G. And then the no is Tyvis, Jason, and Mike.
Let me go first on this one, fellas.
Go ahead.
Because we finally disagree here. Sometimes an answer can be too obvious.
Yeah.
It can be too right in front of you. And we've seen in the first 2 weeks of the season, a blocked punt, a giant return allowed, a missed extra point, and a missed field goal, a chip shot. Do I have faith in Bubba Ventrone and this special teams unit? No. Not even slightly. But at some point, these are basic things that don't happen on a weekly basis. G, you said earlier in the week, when's the last time you've seen a punt get blocked in the NFL? These things happen so infrequently. For it to happen 3 weeks in a row, I just can't see it happening.
It is
So
funny. It's like it happens in college all the time.
Yeah.
Block punts happen all the time. In the NFL, it's just when I see it, I'm like, oh, I guess they can block a punt.
So they went after that?
They did? Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they weren't even really trying to block that punt either. It was just the guy got lucky. He kind of got through and let him go. It's like, I don't know. But, I mean, the Browns' special teams have been a disaster thus far. And I don't even know that I, like, being a former player that played mostly special teams, I just don't know that the coach matters that much.
I was just about to ask you, like, if you playing, like, say for instance, it's Bubba Ventrone, right? I mean, how much teeth does it have? Where it's like, okay, the special teams coach, he's coaching all of the punt block and the return and the field goal stuff.
Like I think he's important for scheme on protections.
Yeah.
And things like that. But in terms of the execution of the snap, the hold, the kick, those things just
It's on the players.
Bubba can't control that. I mean, Bubba was a gunner on punt team. Like
it's not like, I mean, and if there are guys who are starters playing, like, what is the recourse? Like, hey, you're a starting linebacker, right? You gave up a pressure and they blocked the punt. Like, who yells at you? The special teams coach? You're still gonna play on defense, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like the guy. I mean, if you're a backup linebacker or receiver or something, then your job's on the line,
Right.
of course.
But if you like getting minutes, like, I mean, if you're an actual receiver or you're actual guy that plays meaningful snaps, chances are you're not gonna receive any consequences to it. It's like,
not to mention if you're on a bad team, the motivation to play on special teams as a starter
It's even lower.
It's way lower.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen people where they tap them on the shoulder, be like, "Hey, we want you to play special teams," and they're like they start, and they're like, "Dude, I don't want to do that."
Well, of course not. It's terrible.
Like, you're like, hey, you see people like, I'm cool on that, dog. Like, don't put me on. I'm not gonna be a gunner today. That's not happening. Or return.
Gunner's the worst.
That's tough. All right, and we got 2 more. What's the next one?
Question 6, guys. Will the Browns force their first turnover of the season against Green Bay? On the yes side, we have Tyvis, Jason, Dustin, Mike, and Jay. And on the no side, we have Earl, Bull, and G.
G, you said no. Tell us why.
Well, first of all, I don't think they're gonna if Denzel Ward is playing, they don't throw on him like that. Greg Newsom's, his thing ain't picks. The only way I could fumbles is fluky. The only fumbles I could really see, you can't count on somebody running back fumbling. The only way I can see it happen is Myles Garrett
Sack fumble.
is a sack fumble. Other than that, like, everything else is too random. It's like parlays in baseball. It's way too random. So no, I don't really see it. But yeah, you tell me how they get in that turnover.
Well, I mean, I think the turnovers are fluky and a little bit lucky at times. However, you can sort of create some luck by adding pressure. If Jim Schwartz wants to dial up a little bit more and be a little bit more aggressive this week with his play calling, I think that can certainly create some tip passes, some opportunities for some interceptions in that way, in terms of like, hey, maybe it's not Denzel, maybe it's one of our safeties, maybe it's Schlesinger, it comes up with his first pick of the year. So something like that, I think that they'll get one.
I do too. Jordan Love hasn't thrown a regular season interception since week 11 last year.
He's due.
He's due. The Browns haven't forced a turnover since week 16 last year. They're due. Maybe it's optimistic thinking, but I think it happens. And we got the last one real quick. Jeezy only has to answer here because I know they already answered.
Yep. Will Dylan Gabriel take at least one snap versus Green Bay? Dustin and G said yes. Earl, Tyvis, Jason, Bull, Mike, Jay said no.
You guys can go ahead.
Well, he took a snap against Baltimore.
There it is.
So
warming it up.
If this game gets away from the Browns, they'll play him. We know that they'll do that.
Yep.
And the other thing I just suggested earlier would be maybe they have a package in for him this week. Maybe there's something that Stefanski says, okay, Gabriel's got a little bit of this. Let's try to give him a different look. Let's just change things up. Maybe it's just in the middle of a series. They throw him out there for a snap or two. Maybe it's a big third down where they want him to be able to use his legs to get outside the pocket to do a little RPO action, something like that. I think he'll definitely take a snap in this game.
I definitely think he's going to play. I got him playing the fourth quarter. If this game, if it's nasty work the first 3 quarters, I got him playing in the fourth. And here's how I happen to think about this thing. To me, the best way for Kevin Stefanski to keep people shut up about his job and Andrew Berry is this. It looked like Mason Graham has been playing better. Schlesinger looked like he's good. Judkins then came out and is playing well. The guys Fannin looks good. The guys he took this year is actually looking good, right? So guess what? If you put Dylan Gabriel in and the Browns offense jumps, they scoring points, and they are competitive, people are going to leave Kevin Stefanski all the way alone. Because they're going to say, well, at least he put a rookie in. Nobody had faith in the rookie when they drafted him. They drafted him. He looks good. They losing to better teams when they got better talent. But at least the rookies is playing well. And now it looked like this guy, now people is interested in watching it. People is like saying, now we can see how you would have manipulated and got the guys ready to go. That gives you the best chance to keep your job. It's showing people This is why I'm a great coach. It don't matter. I could get something out of Flacco. I can get something out of these young dudes. I happen to think that's the best way to really make this season meaningful. I don't think anybody has a problem if the Browns play Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel and they look competent, they look like they can throw the ball and they score points, but they lose.
Yeah, I think it'll be close because it's close. I don't see him, but I didn't think of the package situation. If it happens, it happens. I'll be wrong.